Now that we have created a schema, let's attach our data sources so that the schema fields are resolved properly. So I'll switch to data sources tab and select user query, and let's define data sources for it. So there are four types of data sources. I'm going to use the REST one, but if your endpoint is GraphQL, you can attach that as well as your data source. And just in case your REST or GraphQL API is already existing into Type dashboard, you can select Type REST or Type GraphQL. So I'm going to use REST for now, and this is our user service, which takes user ID as path param. I'm gonna copy this and paste here. I'm gonna remove the hard coding for one, and let's see how we can attach argument to this. So as you can see, a little note here which says enter opening brace to add any parameter. So after entering a opening brace, I can see the available parameters to me. I'm going to use argument of type ID, and I'm going to name this get user by ID. It's going to be a get method, and let's update field and data source, update the API, and now let's try to query this. So this works, but as you can see, some fields are not resolving. The reason for user not resolving is because there's a small typo here. So let's change user to username, and now it will be mapped properly. So this works, and you can see reviews is still unresolved. So let's attach data source for our reviews on type user. Find data source. It's again going to be a REST, and let's try to get reviews. So this is our endpoint which takes user ID as again a parameter. I'm going to copy this, I'm going to paste it here, and again in the earlier data sources we used argument, but for this one we are going to use the object. So okay, I think, yeah, right. So I'm gonna name this get review by user ID. It's again gonna be of type get. Let me update this, and this works. And you can see our reviews are successfully resolved. Now instead of getting user ID directly from here, let's say I want to get user details. So I'm going to extend my schema for that. Let me add user here of type user, update. Now in order to resolve this, I need to attach data source for our type our user field in type review. So let's do that. Rest, let's see, again copy user endpoint, and in this one I'm again going to use object dot user ID and get user by ID. I'm going to name this get user by review user ID, and it's going to be of type get. Let's update this, and now let's try again user ID username. So this works. Now let us try to add a mutation. So in the next tutorial we'll try to add a mutation where we will create a new review. Let's see how we can do that.